You know a lot about golf.
Well, we're waiting.
Hey, the wait is over. It is us, those weekend golf guys. John Ashton in studio, Jeff Smith at the Golf Cave at Otter Creek, the intrepid producer Mark Hunter on the controls.
That's good, because I was tired of waiting.
I was too, man.
Yeah.
We were chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
I know.
It got to be Thursday, and we're like all looking at our watches going, hey, can we go do the radio thing now? Is it the weekend yet?
We
so
should
here
be
we
able
are.
to do this any day we want.
We should.
That's my rule.
I think we should do it every day.
We could.
And it's totally up to you. If
We
you
might go
would
broke
like
doing it, but we could.
I'm not talking to you. It's up It's up to you, the wonderful person who is listening at the moment. If you'd like us to do this every day, let us know. ThoseWeekendGolfGuys.com, Facebook.com, at WKND, Golf Guys on Twitter, whatever. Just say, yeah. Or
Right.
if you'd
Don't
rather
use the
just say...
universal fingers in the ears and shaking your head. Don't use that one.
You could even say, please no. We love you, but... I know it happened last weekend, and people have been talking about this for the whole week, but let's put a period on the U.S. Open media coverage. All right? There are three... I'm going out on a limb here. You can disagree with me if you want to, because, I'm sure it wouldn't be the first time you've been wrong. But there are three sportscasters in the world, or in our country, that are good enough to be good no matter what sport they cover. Whether it be football, baseball, golf, basketball, whatever. One of them being, of course, Jim Nantz. Jim Nantz is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mike Tirico with
Mike
ABC and ESPN is fantastic. And the other guy is Vern Lundquist.
You got that right.
Okay, those three guys are phenomenal.
Fine. You picked two of the three.
No, I
picked
picked
this call of Tiger Woods' shot on the 16th hole of the Masters a handful of years back, with the greatest shot ever hit in recent Masters history.
Yeah. Okay, which one did you not agree with?
Well, I love Jim Nantz.
Okay.
But I've only heard him do a handful of things. Certainly I love him at golf.
Mm-hmm.
And the NCAA basketball thing, I think he's okay.
Yeah,
he's okay there. Got a great voice. And, I think hadn't he done, what else has he done? I forgot.
He does football every Sunday. He does it.
Yeah,
he does the premier game that CBS carries every Sunday.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
Along with Phil Simms.
Golf, so. Yeah, okay, so he's pretty good at that,
He's
too.
pretty good at that, too. Okay, so it is as I thought. He is not disagreeing with me. I would like to suggest to the Fox television network, please, Joe Buck is a phenomenal baseball play-by-play guy. Keep him there.
Yeah.
If he ever wants to leave the confines of a baseball stadium, chain him to his chair.
Take him out to the ball game.
Buy him some peanuts and Cracker Jacks and tell him to shut up. I mean, he's okay doing football. Yeah, no, he does football. It's Phil Simms that does it with him, isn't it?
I don't know. You just said Phil Simms did it with Jim.
No, Jim Nantz is the former Cowboy. Is Jim Nantz's sidekick, Cowboy quarterback.
Troy
Aikman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, or I don't know. Those sidekick guys, they come in and they come out. Jeff, you never can keep them straight. But I thought that replacing, and I know you're a big fan of the Sharks, man, but I thought replacing him with the combination of Azinger and Faxon was a pretty good idea. I liked the commentary that both Paul Azinger and Brad Faxon were doing during the US
I agree.
Open.
As much as I like Greg Norman and his golf game that was, and who he is as a guy, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm with you on what Azinger was doing there, and I got to go with you on that too.
Okay, good. Yeah. I am glad that we are all on the same page here.
Well, because I know that you've got sitting at the control booth, and the second I start to disagree, you just mute my microphone. So that's okay.
Yeah,
down that road.
And we call someone else, and we get them on.
Bada boom, bada boom. You boot me like Joe Buck.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
And I got to give Fox kudos. Technically their coverage improved a little bit this year over last year. They still had some problems with some camera guys following the ball or finding it or being out on the right hole at the right time as they're commenting on somebody, hitting a shot out of the fairway on number 3 and the cameraman's on hole number 7 going, who? Where?
I must have watched that coverage or something.
So
I didn't see any of it.
Oh no, I was watching.
I saw the lowlights though.
When you wake up at 6:30 in the morning automatically, and you go, man, there is absolutely nothing on TV except all this depressing news, and then you look and you go, whoa, FS1, U.S. Open coverage, extended coverage, yes. So at least it gave us a lot to do on some of the rainy days that we came into around here this past weekend, but. Hey, and again, if you're a Joe Buck fan, if you don't agree with anything that we say here, feel free to jump into the conversation. You can always get through to us on Facebook at facebook.com/golfguys. You can tweet us at WKND Golf Guys. You can send us a message using the contact form at thoseweekendgolfguys.com, the brand new website. Check it out, please. You can even comment on that if you'd like to. But just, a little snappy repartee back and forth never hurt, did it?
No, but you never do that with me. You always just complain that I'm complaining at you and tell you.
Okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do.
It's lousy and all that. Actually, it's very good.
We're going to come back in about...
You've done great.
We're going to come back in about 2 minutes. Yeah. And when we do, there will be snappy repartee. Mm-hmm. All right? Got it? You ready? All right, here we come. Snappy repartee on deck. We are those weekend golf guys. Coming right back. Don't move. You suck. I mean, isn't that the thought that goes through your mind every time you chunk a chip or blade a wedge? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. It is.
I hear that so many times from people.
It could be, I hate to say this because I'm one of these personal responsibility kind of guys, but it could be the club.
That's possible.
And I don't understand. I know you do, but nobody understands, so we're not going to explain it. But the bounce and the lie angle and the grind and all that kind of stuff, it's very confusing but very important for wedges. Is it not, Jeff?
That is absolutely true.
Right.
You better have something that gets through the turf pretty well.
Harry Taylor, former PGA professional golfer and excellent club designer, has new wedges that work for 98% of us. Harry Taylor, HarryTaylorGolf.com. Use code LOVEMeTender and you are going to get a huge discount. The 149 wedge for $99, the 169 wedge for $109. Love Me Tender is the code. Go there, check it out, HarryTaylorGolf.com. Hey, this is John Ashton with those Weekend Golf Guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you. All right. People. Digitalgolfpass.com. Coupon code GOLFGUYS. Go now. Thanks for hanging through. Coming on back, we are those Weekend Golf Guys. John Ashton, Jeff Smith, and Trevor producer Mark Hunter, and you all back again. It's going to be a great time. We promised you.
Choice. You duct taped me to my chair.
That's
I couldn't go anywhere.
We promised you snappy repartee. And despite what you've heard up to this point, here we go with some snappy repartee. Listen, we talked a little bit. Everybody's been talking about the U.S. Open, and I have got to say, we'll put a period on this discussion, but let me back up. All right.
That's good.
You know that I hate governing bodies as a general rule.
Because you're an anarchist.
Because I am an anarchist. The one thing in life I cannot abide is incompetence. And a governing...
I just thought it was everybody else's rules.
Well, because most of those rules are made by incompetent fools. And it's not the fool part that bothers me, it's the incompetent part. The USGA is a bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is, by definition, incompetent, which they proved last Sunday when they created the biggest fail in the world with that whole Dennis Johnson, did the ball move? Are you going to get a penalty? Well, we'll tell you later debacle.
They did it with Dustin Johnson, too, by the way. Dennis was
What'd I say, Dennis?
In the background. Yeah. It's okay. Dustin was the guy on TV, and Dennis was just in the background going, hey, I'm over here.
Dennis Johnson was the guy in the back that keeps screaming, booyah, every time. You got to stop selling that guy tickets to golf tournaments, please. Dustin Johnson. I knew that.
Yeah.
But it was the biggest fail in the. I mean, the USGA just showed how stupid some of the rules and the adherences thereto and the way they are handled is just so stupid. I'm sorry, Mr. Rules Guy. How do you feel about it?
I thought it was probably the worst display of decision-making that I can think of for many reasons. They have made their argument. Mike Davis got up in front of everybody and said, hey, we made a bogey. No, sir. You made a quintuple bogey.
You made a did not finish.
You made a quintuple bogey, and there was no out of bounds, no heavy rough, no bunkers, and no water hazards whatsoever. You guys just kicked it around for 5 extra shots on that hole. It was unbelievably bad.
Yeah.
So here's a couple thoughts that I have for you.
Okay.
I know that nobody is happy about the injustice to not only Dustin Johnson and the rest of the field that found out about this as they were still playing. Okay. But let's handle a few things that have been said all week, but we got our show now, so we get to talk about it.
Right.
So here we have a game that is supposed to be on the gentleman's honor that they just impugned Dustin Johnson and Lee Westwood, by the way, because he also said he did nothing to cause that ball to move.
Right.
He stepped in, said it already. So the USGA effectively said, hey, our rules official that we put in place, we set the rules, we make them, we use our own rules, we set our own rules officials, and we send our best rules officials out in the final groups. They also said that rules official, who's according to their own rules, says that his decision is final. Guess what? It's not final. Yeah. It's not final if they don't think he's competent enough to do it. But guess what? He was the competent guy.
He was the only guy competent. He was the one that was there.
Oh, wait a minute. Dustin Johnson was also competent. He was honest. Something happened. He stopped all the action that no one else would have seen.
Right.
So here is
exactly. Yeah.
DJ being an honest guy. All right. Not being a dishonest guy. He's being the honest guy. He brings it up. Lee Westwood goes, you didn't do anything. And the rules official goes over there going, we didn't see anything happen. You did nothing.
You didn't do anything.
Okay.
Let's move on.
So we got the 3 people who are there. One of them isn't necessarily in Dustin Johnson's favor because he's a fellow competitor.
Right.
All right. So he'll actually benefit if Dustin Johnson actually gets a penalty for moving his ball.
Yeah, but he's another honest guy.
I understand, but he's another honest guy.
Yeah.
But he would actually benefit. And then the impartial guy, who doesn't benefit one way or another, is also honest, doing his job and doing a very good job. Matter of fact, now the USGA says, nope, you guys, we know better than you do because we've got replay. And you know what the replay showed?
Nothing.
Not any evidence to show that anything that he did caused it. So here we got 2 people that represent the USGA come on TV, and then they start spewing out this garbage nonsense about, well, we thought that there was at least a 51% possibility that the existence of Dustin Johnson and his putter near enough to his ball caused that to move. These guys who are making this decision are interested in enforcing a rule for the sake of being a gotcha guy.
Yeah.
Instead of using the rules as they were intended, where the player always gets the doubt. But the truth is here, that's not the case at all. No, they had the intention of this rule, apparently, as these guys determined it, was that he was guilty until proven innocent.
Yep.
As opposed to they could not prove that he was guilty of anything. And so they ask him this moronic question. Now, here's a competitor in the event, in what is arguably one of the biggest events that he'll ever play in his entire life. And he's in the lead. And they dare to come up and ask him, could there have been anything else that moved that golf ball? Essentially accusing him right there of lying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially where this line of questioning goes. Once they stepped up to him and said something to him, that's where they botched the whole deal.
Well, I don't know. Maybe something else could be having a golf ball on a slight incline on a green that's as smooth as a plate of glass. Maybe that might have to do it. You know what? I know how to fix this, man. Let's file suit right now to wrest control of the rules of golf from the USGA to those weekend golf guys. We'll all have a much better time. We'll be right back. Hey, you like to play golf, but you like to save money. How about doing the same thing at the same time? Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. No matter where you are in the country, there's probably a digital golf pass that's going to get you a discount at many different golf courses. All right, so this season you're going to save yourself some money and get some variety in where you go. digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you will save $5. digitalgolfpass.com.
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
Harry Taylor is a PGA Tour golfer, best known for his short game and for the fact that he is the tailor in TaylorMade. He has been a designer of golf clubs for a long time. And one of the things he really wanted to do was design wedges that would work well out of the box for 98% of the golfing public. That's you and me, people. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Go take a look at these wedges. 1, they're beautiful. 2, they work really, really well for 98% of us. And 3, I can get you at a discount. Just when you order, please use the code LOVEMeTender, and that $169 black wedge is going to set you back only $109. That's right, $60 off. And the $149 wedge will be $99, $50 off. If you use the code LOVEMeTender at checkout. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Love Me Tender in the code box at checkout. You're going to get yourself a great wedge at a great price. We appreciate it.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $3 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
And welcome back. John Ashton, Jeff Smith, and intrepid producer Mark Hunter, collectively known as those weekend golf guys. Dustin Johnson. I've been practicing. I have been practicing. We were planning on doing a Jeff's Quick Fix, but Mr. Rules Man still has some pent-up aggression he would like to vent.
It's really, it just isn't right, because what they were doing was not just botching their own rules. They were impugning people's character. And yet they said, you did cause that to move. And they also said, we don't trust our own rules official to make the right call. Let's just say that I've served as a rules official for a bunch of times, and including a couple of localized USGA qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to go through next time?
Yeah.
Is somebody going to appeal some decision, and then they come in on the back end going, well, we don't think our guy made the right call, when in fact they're the ones that put me there to begin with. They're the ones that gave me the test, and I'm the one that passed it to a certain level.
Yeah.
And, they take away the human element out of it from the people who are there at the time doing what is right for the field and for the player involved. In this instance, they had another player in the field who was verifying effectively for the rest of the field that what Dustin Johnson did was 100% correct and honest.
Yeah, and then not only did they screw it up, but they exacerbated the whole situation by telling Dustin Johnson 5 holes later, maybe there might be a penalty.
Yeah, and then when they do that, they're effectively telling him, hey, guess what? We are going to penalize you, because if there isn't going to be a penalty, they're not going over there and telling him that. They're officially, messing with this guy's head, whose head has to be in the tournament for what he's got to do. And they're thinking, well, we have to give him appropriate notice. And you know what? From their line of thinking, I will give them that snippet of credit. But because once you go down that road, this is it right here. If you're already thinking poorly, by giving the guy notice as opposed to slapping him with it at the end, that he has an opportunity then to adjust his style of play or his strategy or whatever. But then at the same time, they also think, well, then it's just as fair and to say, hey, look, if you're telling this guy, don't you got to tell everybody? You can't have one guy in the know and the rest of them not, because they still see a scoreboard, but they're not seeing the truth. So at least in their screw-up, at least they were consistent in trying to be informative to all the players that there could be an issue. That's the only credit I'm going to give them in this.
Well, I'm not even going to give him credit for that, because, 90% of golf is 100% mental. You don't come to somebody and say, hey, you may be assessed a penalty. Nanny, nanny, boo-boo. We'll let you know when you're done. Ha, 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 have fun. No, make the damn decision. Excuse me, I just knocked my headphone amplifier offline.
That's okay.
But I'm going to continue to talk, even though I can't hear myself.
That's okay. None of us
do it then and there.
Anyway, but that's
if you think there's 51% chance, just say, hey, Dustin, listen, we're going to give you that penalty stroke. Sorry. Move on. Rather than hanging it over his head and having him say, well, will I not? Can I? Am I even? Am I up one? Am I down one? What's going on? All right, I'm going to go fix my headphone amplifier. You talk, Jeff.
Yeah. Once they stepped in and did that, that's where they butchered this whole thing. They could have shut up and decided that the rules official on the site made the call. Oh, yeah, by the way, they also have one of those fun little rules in their own rule book that they wrote, that the rules official, the referee's decision at that moment is final. So final, for what most of us use the English language, means that there isn't anything after that. It's done, end of story, put a period on it, and move on. But no, they decided that their own rule that says that the referee's decision is final apparently is not valid either. So they undermined themselves in the view of everybody. They undermine themselves in the view that they're trying to uphold the integrity of the game, because they sure as heck did not. And then they undermine their own rule on who can make the rulings, and that decision is final. What a bunch of morons.
Yeah, they cast aspersions on everyone else's integrity and proved that they themselves had none.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are supposed to be promoting the game of golf and upholding the general theme of the rules, and they didn't. This is not the first time that this has happened where they've not just botched rules, but they've effectively impugned the character of well-intentioned, honest golfers who might not know every single rule in the book as it's written, but that's why they have rules officials on the golf course. I know tons of rules officials. I know 20 different guys who serve as rules officials, and 5 of them serve at an exceptionally high level, and the character of every one of those guys is absolutely unquestionable. Not only do they know the rule, they know how to apply it, and their personal character is beyond reproach. The USGA has just cast a cloud over one of those guys for sure. What a bad idea that is.
I think maybe we should all just contact the USGA and say, listen, I want to join. It's a 51% chance that I'm going to pay my dues, but I'll let you know by the end of the year. So let's just carry on like this, and we'll see what happens when we get to the end of the year.
Yeah.
You think they'd go for that?
I'm sure they would. They get tons of money.
Yeah. And lots of integrity. And they probably give us the benefit of the doubt on the integrity question, too. At least you would have thought that before this whole debacle. But I don't know. It kind of looked like somebody headed out for Dustin Johnson, man. It was like,
you know what? The one
but
thing
DJ.
I can say about this is that here we are talking about the U.S. Open. We rarely talk about the PGA Tour, and we rarely talk about professional golf. And yet, what we haven't done yet is make a big deal of how well Dustin Johnson played. He kicked everybody else's rear end, and he beat the golf course.
That second shot on number 18, I could just see him if the cameras were there. The ball hits, checks up, rolls to within about, 5-6 feet of the pin, and he just look at the USGA official and just go, in your face!
And no one would blame him.
Not a bit, man. Not a bit.
And so, I look at this thing and I go, a monstrously hard golf course, one that everybody knows on a day in, day out basis that's a tough, bruising, beat you up track. And he won. He beat the golf course. Mm-hmm. He bettered par.
Yeah.
For 4 days under some very difficult conditions.
Yep.
Physical conditions, weather conditions, emotional conditions, and then he beat the USGA as well.
Yeah.
So in that case, congratulations to Dustin Johnson. What a terrific performance. My hat's off to the guy. He's been through a lot. Now, all of a sudden, he has come out a champion. The downside to all this is that everybody for the last week has spent more time talking about the lunacy surrounding the USGA and how they handled that situation instead of saying wonderful things about Dustin Johnson and his performance and his hard work to get him to that place.
Yeah.
The USGA should be thanking Dustin Johnson right now for saving their butt, because can you imagine?
Oh, if they
had he not played well coming after number 12?
No.
And let's say his wheels came off like Shane Lowry's wheels came off, and all of a sudden he didn't win.
Or let's say he finished tied.
And then they pop him for a stroke there.
Yeah, there would have been a revolution in the streets. You would have had fans right there at Oakmont, and if you had a USGA hat on,
you know that the Blue Blazers would be burned real fast.
That is it, figuratively speaking, of course. Listen, this is the last we're going to speak of it. It's over. We have just made the definitive comments, a whole week of discussion. It's over. USGA, you screwed up. All right? You can apologize whenever the spirit moves you. We are going to move on and come right back with our guest Aaron Foster from Golf Overnight in just a few minutes. Don't you move. You suck. I mean, isn't that the thought that goes through your mind every time you chunk a chip or blade a wedge? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed, it is.
I hear that so many times from people.
It could be, I hate to say this because I'm one of these personal responsibility kind of guys, but it could be the club.
It's possible.
And I don't understand. I know you do, but nobody understands, so we're not going to explain it. But the bounce and the lie angle and the grind and all that kind of stuff, it's very confusing but very important for wedges, is it not, Jeff?
That is absolutely true.
All right.
You better have something that gets through the turf pretty well.
Harry Taylor, former PGA professional golfer and excellent club designer, has new wedges that work for 98% of us. Harry
And
Taylor,
he's impeccably dressed.
HarryTaylorGolf.com. Use code LOVEMeTender and you are going to get a huge discount. The 149 wedge for $99, the 169 wedge for $109. Love Me Tender is the code. Go there, check it out, HarryTaylorGolf.com.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
And welcome back, those weekend golf guys. John Ashton in studio, Jeff Smith up at the confines, the cool confines of the Gulf Cave at Otter Creek.
That's right.
Intrepid producer Mark Hunter at the controls. And down in Houston, that's where we're going right now. Talk to Aaron Foster from Golf Overnight. Aaron, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. What about you guys?
We're doing okay.
I'm playing golf today. I'm not waiting for overnight.
We can't complain. Yeah, I'm just going to say, what do you do? Like, you light golf courses or what? Ha, 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 ha. Proomch.
Yeah, a lot of people think that we actually teach golf in one day or something like that. That's impossible. So
that's my job. It's my job, and I keep selling it like that.
We'll leave it to you. You can have that one. No, what we do at Golf Overnight is we ship golf clubs to the destination. So if somebody's traveling, we can pick it up from their house, their office, and send it right to the hotel, golf course, or a residence. Just so they don't have to bring it on the plane, pay those fees, and lug it around.
And worry for the entire trip if they'll actually show up in the oversized luggage claim department when you get to where you're going.
Yeah, that's always a question mark when you're traveling. Are they going to get there? And if they get there, are they going to be in one piece?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yes, believe me, I am a recipient of said bad service from the airlines. So it's much better for me to be thinking about my next upcoming trip to Scotland to go, what am I not going to do this time? I'm not going to use the stinking airlines again. Let's talk about this golf overnight stuff.
Yeah, we use FedEx and UPS, and they actually insure the golf clubs. I know a lot of airlines are going away from that because golf clubs are so expensive, and it was happening a lot where the driver would break or something like that. And they don't cover golf clubs anymore. So if they do break it, it's not their responsibility to reimburse you at all.
Yeah, yes, it is. Although they've just found legislation to get around it. But yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I have to stand in front of the Delta offices with two pieces of one driver in each hand.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to cop to it eventually. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. When you travel, I like that. Well, we're not going to insure these. Why? Well, because they break too easy and they're too expensive. You're already charging me $75 to have one of your guys pick it up and throw it onto the plane, literally.
That's why they break too easily. Is because of how their people handle our stuff.
I know. They have no respect whatsoever.
I mean, it would almost be better if they almost draped them while they were loading them. So, because you can literally just see them throwing your bags in there, and they say that they break too easy. We're watching happen.
I always hate to have a window seat on the baggage loading side of the plane.
Yeah.
Because you watch what they're doing, and they go, wait, is that my suitcase that they just dropped on the tarmac and don't seem to notice?
Yeah. I think somebody was telling me that they were doing some sort of semi-pro tournament. And they literally saw their bag being left. They were getting off the plane. They were one of the last people off the plane. They saw that their bag was being left on the tarmac. It just fell off the little truck. And so they were like, no, I saw it. But I think one of his clubs broke, and so that's why he was very adamant about refusing to use the airlines from then on out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And Jeff, he showed up in Scotland a couple of years ago, not only without his golf clubs, but without a change of underwear. They lost everything.
Everything.
That's it.
9 days of I don't have my stuff. 9 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with golf overnight, we try to eliminate that. That sounds like a very extreme case.
Do you ship people?
We're working on it.
Good, because I got somebody I want to stuff in a box. I'm sorry. Are we live? Oops.
Now,
how about that magic edit button now, huh?
Yeah, if they can fit 48 within that 48 by 14 box, they can probably.
All right, you all throw some crackers in there, and we're good to go.
I'm pretty sure FedEx is cool with that.
So, Aaron, one of the things we love to talk to people about who get into a business associated with golf is what were you thinking, man?
I was just thinking there has to be an easier way than what people are doing now. And so we are actually a shipping company to originate. We started shipping about 9 years ago. Me and my father, we started a company. And so we ship, 10 to 20,000 packages a month right now, with other things. And we thought, there has to be a different way because we're just trying to ship our golf club someplace, and we go, there has to be an easier way to do this. So we went to FedEx, we saw our rates, and then we saw our competitors' rates, and we go, well, we could still, with what we're getting charged, we can charge people a little bit more, and we could still be making, a good amount of money and saving everyone else a lot of money. And that's been the case so far. So I didn't know it was going to be that golf is so huge. I went to the Orlando show. I think there was 1 million square feet of just, golf businesses and people's. At first, we were going to do everything, surfboards, bikes, skis, snowboards, things like that, and also golf. But now, once we saw, there's so many golfers everywhere. There's 15,000 courses across the country. There's so many golfers. We could probably just focus on golf primarily, and so that's what we've been doing for the last 6 months, just focusing on golf. Trying to get as many people to use our services. We have a very low price right now. It's $44 anywhere within the United States each way. So you're going to Seattle to Miami, $44, and that's going to be a pretty competitive price if you're looking at our competitors. That's going to
deliver that to the golf course.
We deliver right to the golf course or the hotel, anywhere. And we also price match. We have a price match plus policy. We match any price. If anybody has a price that's the same as ours or less, we match that price, take 10% off. So always the lowest price out there. And like I said, we use FedEx and UPS, so we're using the big guys. It's not like, I'm trying to, pick up clubs individually and ship them. Like, we're using the biggest, shipping companies out there. And they all come insured with $1,000. So, if anything happens, there's $1,000 insurance policy in place, and you can always purchase more insurance at cost. And then you can always, I give my cell phone out to every client. So if there's any type of issue, you can call me directly, day or night, and we can work out the issues. But it's been a pretty smooth ride so far. So it's been very nice since January.
It'll be smoother once you change your cell phone number.
I probably have to quit doing that eventually.
Hey, Aaron Foster with Golf Overnight, our guest here on those Weekend Golf Guys, and you keep talking about your competitors. Do you have more than one in this space right now?
Yeah, there's only a few, to be honest, with a competitive price.
Okay.
There's probably a lot of competitors out there, but they're trying to charge, $150 or, $100, $90 is the lowest I've seen besides, our main competitor.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only about one real competitor out there, Shipsticks, which is a good company.
Yeah.
Nothing against them, but our prices are just a little bit lower than theirs at the moment.
Yeah, as long as you mentioned it, I wasn't going to bring it up specifically.
So
but
for
since you
$44, my buddies when I go on this trip to Las Vegas with a bunch of clowns that we play quite a bit. We could ship it from our house or just a UPS place. Straight to the golf course, and then could we ship it back from the golf course then too for $44 each way?
Each way, so it'd be 88 round trip to ship it from there to the course and then back.
Wow,
that's pretty strong. Do you have plans to? You mentioned anywhere in the U.S. Do you have plans to go outside of the U.S. at some point? Like by the time I go to Scotland next week on the 29th?
Yeah,
I'm just saying that
right now. No, that's a great question. No, we're renegotiating our rates. They were pretty solid, but we think we can do better with UPS and FedEx. So right now we're not doing international, but hopefully by the time this airs and by your Scotland trip, we'll be back doing international shipping.
That's really cool because I leave in just about on the 29th, so just a handful of days.
About 5 days.
I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm looking to ship them and not carry them because it's $100 each way, and my history has been pretty poor with the airlines on getting my clubs overseas.
That $100 comes with no guarantee, none whatsoever.
That's right. So we can work out something, I'm sure, off the air as soon as at the commercial break. I'm sure you will sign a handshake contract over the phone to go, hey, look, we'll do it for nothing as a promo deal.
Yeah, we can help you out.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
We'll talk after. Yeah.
Call him on his cell phone. He'll schlep him over there his own self.
That's right. Well, now that he's passing his cell phone number out there to everybody in the country.
Yeah. No, if you order from us, I'll give you my cell phone. But I was on another radio station not too long ago on live air. I gave out my cell phone number over the air, and I the person lectured me. And for the next few days, I had some very, very strange phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
555.
You don't want some hardcore radio listeners with your personal phone number.
But if you order, through Golf Overnight, then you have the right to, call me whenever you want. You earn that right. So
yeah. See, he doesn't even have to put a gnome in charge, man. It's just him. That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
That is pretty cool. Hey, listen, we got a few more questions for you, Aaron. Can you hang on with us and hang over into the next segment, and we'll talk some more?
Yeah,
Can we do
a problem.
That? Fantastic. Yeah. Aaron Foster, Golf Overnight. And no, like he said, it's not going to teach you how to play, by this time tomorrow morning. Very cool deal, however. We'll come back. We'll have some questions and some more conversation with Aaron Foster and Jeff and you and a whole 9 yards. Don't you move. We are those Weekend Golf Guys. Be right back.
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
Hey, you like to play golf, but you like to save money. How about doing the same thing at the same time? Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. No matter where you are in the country, there's probably a digital golf pass that's going to get you a discount at many different golf courses. All right, so this season you're going to save yourself some money and get some variety in where you go. Digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GolfGuys at checkout, and you will save $5. Digitalgolfpass.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a four-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a four-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
Hi, this is Morgan Freeman. Has anyone ever said, you're the picture of health? You look healthy, you feel fine, but that may not be the full picture. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer of men and women over 50. Since it doesn't always cause symptoms, you may not know you have it. The only way to know is by getting screened. Screening can find precancerous polyps, so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. This is one cancer you can prevent. Plus, screening can find colorectal cancer at an early stage when the chance for a full recovery is very high. Talk with your doctor and get tested for colorectal cancer. Medicare and many insurance plans help pay for screening. Get screened. Make sure you are the picture of health.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And welcome back to those Weekend Golf Guys. John Ashton, Jeff Smith, and intrepid producer Mark Hunter, and our guest from Houston Golf Overnight, Aaron Foster. And I told someone, I said, hey, Aaron Foster's going to be on the show this week. And they went, oh, I love all his stuff. I said, Aaron Foster, yeah, he's a composer, isn't he? I don't think so.
I was thinking he was a running back.
I get that a lot because I'm in Houston. Arian Foster was a Texan forever.
Yeah.
And every time I went to the doctor's office, they were very disappointed that when I tore my ACL a few years ago, and the doctor thought, this was going to be a big deal for him because Arian Foster was coming through. It did not help him at all.
And then you're coming hobbling through the door, and he's looking at this going, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just figure the
disappointment. Send the news crew home.
Figure the disappointment on all the doctors' faces when my friend Michael Jackson showed up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they were all looking at a big payday there, weren't they?
Yeah. It was terrible. Oh, that Michael Jackson. All right, but Aaron Foster is with Golf Overnight, which is a company that ships golf clubs domestically primarily. Is it you who comes and picks them up, or do you just arrange for the FedEx or the UPS guy to come to my house and pick them up?
So, yeah, we arranged for FedEx and UPS to come. We've just negotiated a much lower rate with them than you guys could normally get. We have a little more leverage than the average Joe.
All right, so you go to the PGA show in Orlando for the first time, and you're impressed with the massive size of it, yet anybody who's been there for more than 5 years will tell you, the show's really cutting back in size these days.
That's what everyone keeps saying, so that surprises me. I almost can't even believe it. But yeah, I saw that there was such a huge market for golf, and I wasn't a big golfer growing up, and I'm getting into it now, and I'm just starting to see that this is a monster of an industry.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many people that play, people you wouldn't expect to play. Everyone plays, I feel like.
Well, everybody should.
Everybody should, yes, sir.
Exactly. And that was going to be my question. Has being now involved in the industry wet your chops, so to speak, and got you interested? You going out, you buying clubs, taking lessons, you going to conquer this?
Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. Oh my gosh, it is so expensive. I see all these people shipping their clubs, and I go to these conventions, and I see all these this merch, and everybody's bringing their new bags and stuff, and so I'm like, wow, this seems like something really fun. And then I started shopping around. I was like, oh my god, this is a lot of money. And people say it just gets more and more expensive. The better you get, the nicer driver you want, or the set of irons, and wow,
yeah. Until you go start your own radio show, and then people start giving you stuff. That's the cycle you go to.
The problem is they're giving us like soda straws and baseball caps, and shoelaces, and empty cups that they picked up at the stadium or something. That's what we're getting.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Well, we're at least you got to start somewhere, man. We're working our way up. But the whole idea of shipping your golf clubs is, there are two alternatives to that. One is taking your chances, of course, by schlepping them on the airplane when you get on, and then not being able to sleep or enjoy the flight at all because you're always worried about, well, did they get there? Are they in one piece? Are they going to explode? What's going on? And even if they do get there, will somebody remember to take them off the plane and put them at the right carousel, or will somebody else walk off with them?
And that's happened too, yeah.
Oh yeah, it has. Or you can do there's some other people in the world who are doing like club rentals. I mean, you've always been able to rent clubs from a golf course, but sometimes they're either the clubs that the local sales reps want to push, or they're actually the 9 irons that they found out on the third green. But
yeah, and that's always an option. But even if you're using the really nice clubs, they're going to be a little bit different. So I mean, sometimes it's cool to rent a nice car and just try it out. But when you're golfing, especially if you're traveling just to golf, you probably spend a lot of money on your clubs, and you probably
and you're
calibrate with the driver. Yeah. So
you might rent a car, but a NASCAR driver is not going to rent a car to show up at a race in. Okay, it's the same thing. You're gonna hit what you're comfortable with. I rented a set of clubs to play down in Orlando. It took me 6 holes to find the sweet spot on the driver. It was like I knew it's here somewhere, but it's terrible, terrible.
Yeah, there's an advantage to shipping it, and I mean, a lot of the times, just the price of shipping, it's $44 each way. So if you're, sometimes it's 88 round trip. Sometimes that's about the price of renting. Maybe it's a little more, maybe it's a little less, but if you're playing for more than one day, then most of the time it beats that price. But yeah, I can't knock anybody that wants to, rent clubs if that's their thing. But a lot of people that use our service say, this really helped, help my game when they go to Hawaii or something like that.
Yeah, because they got their own stuff. Yeah, they got their own stuff. And plus the fact, now maybe I'm the only one who does this, but knowing I was going to rent a set of clubs, I still didn't bring a dozen balls and my own golf glove with me. I still had to buy balls, buy a glove. I bought a $12 glove at a very exclusive country club pro shop and paid $30 for it. That's what you do. And I lost most of the balls because I wasn't comfortable with the clubs and I wasn't hitting them well. So, you get your own stuff, not just your own clubs, but your own stuff. You get to bring your own shoes and everything.
Most golf bags only weigh about 35 pounds with the clubs in there. So you have the weight limit's about 45 pounds. I say about 45. If you're 46, we're not going to come back and overcharge you or anything like that. I mean, somebody packed an 85-pound golf bag, and then I asked him about
ridiculous.
it. Yeah, I put my suitcase in there. You can't do that, but you can put your balls in there. You can put your glove. You can put anything you really need to. Your golf accessories typically will not tip the scales.
Yeah.
But somebody did that going to Europe. So instead of it costing $100, like we said, it cost me $650. So then that's the one time I had to, say, hey, sir, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was expecting this call. So, that's the only time we've ever had an issue. But yeah, we can fit, your balls and your accessories in there, not a problem. So you don't have to spend that $30 at the course.
Cool. And now, shameless self-promotion part before we forget about that. Somebody who's listening right now goes, "Oh man, I got a trip. I'm going down to Myrtle Beach, and this sounds great." What do they do to make arrangements?
So if you just go to golfovernight.com, you can go to Ship Now. And if you type in the promo code SHIP20 or GOLF20, both of them work the same. That takes off 20%. And that's how you get the $44. Normally it's $55, but this whole year we've been doing the SHIP20, GOLF20. It's on our webpage, our homepage on our website. If you go to golfovernight.com, or you can email me at Aaron, AARON, at golfovernight.com. Either of those, we can help you set up your trip.
Or call him on his personal cell phone, the number of which we will not give you until you arrange to have your club shipped.
Area code 555-555-5555.
And in New Jersey, the number is...
I have an ex-girlfriend number that I should just start giving.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. Wow. He thinks like we do. He's coming on the show again next week, folks. Wow.
And then just a few more things that we do that nobody else is doing.
Okay.
If you don't have a box, we'll ship you a box. It's about $20 and it pays for the box and the shipping. We can ship it right to your house, your office, because it needs to be in a travel bag or a hard case, a soft case, or a box. FedEx sells them for about $12. We sell them for $20. If you go to your local golf store, you can call them and say, "Hey, do you guys have a golf box that you're not using?" Because they get them daily typically, and they'll give you one for free. We're not trying to make money on the boxes.
Right.
Also, if just some advice, if you're ever shipping clubs with us or without us, it doesn't matter. Use the tape and wrap it all the way around your golf bag. Even if it's a box, you want to do that just because the labels falling off is the most common, error that happens. We've never lost clubs, but we have had the label fall off one or two times, and so we've been addressing that. Something else that we do Saturday delivery. So, if you didn't think you're going to be able to golf, but then you found out the last minute you got a tee time, we can send your bags overnight and get it there on Saturday. Nobody else does that. We can send them, next day AM. Nobody else is offering AM next day delivery. We also offer direct signature. So if you don't want to leave your clubs at your doorstep, if you're shipping them back or you're shipping it to a residence, you can just check the little direct signature box and somebody will have to sign for your clubs. Everybody else just says, hey, if FedEx or UPS, they deem that it's a safe neighborhood, they'll just leave your clubs there. But if you leave your golf bag standing up outside your house while you're not home, it could get stolen. So if you don't feel comfortable doing that with us, you can have direct signature.
Especially in a safe neighborhood. Because
especially.
Most of those residents can scope out golf clubs a mile away. I understand completely. Aaron Foster, Golf Overnight. Again, it's golfovernight.com. And if you want to order a little shipment for your clubs during this summer's trips to play golf, give them a call. And what is it? Golf 20. Get a 20% discount. Get it for $44 each way. Great deal.
And we also, real quick, do snowboards and skis. So if anybody wants to do that, you can go to sportsovernight.com or you can just email me at aaron@golfovernight.com. And we also have a very low price for that as well for the winter trips.
The multi-talented Aaron Foster, Golf Overnight. Thank you, sir, and thank you for hanging with us again this weekend day. We'll be back again next weekend at this very same place at this very same time. You can go to thoseweekendgolfguys.com. In the interim, you can follow us on Twitter at WKND Golf Guys or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/golfguys. Thank you, guys. We will see you next week. In the interim, go out, play some golf.